Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. This is Escape Art by Scott, and I am Scott. If you're coming back to see me paint, I appreciate you coming back to seeing me. And if you're your first time seeing my video, welcome. And let's go ahead and get started. This is a 18 by 24 canvas that I have here. I've already got it painted with a grayish, bluish color. It is completely dry, and you know, the canvas is ready. I already have my paints laid out on my palette. The camera's ready. I know you're ready. So let's get going here. This is something a little new. I'll show you. This is a palette that I got. I normally paint on oil. Now, this is my oil palette, but what I have done was I have put some Reynolds clean wrap on the palette here. So when I get done with this, all I have to do is just trash it. I don't have to worry about cleaning it up or anything. It's something new to me. Let's see how it does, okay? So let's get started. Got the old brush here going into some blue. I'll show you how I load my brush. Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. Notice how I'm pulling it out. I'm not going straight into the pile like I said before. Get a good even amount of paint throughout the brush, just on the tip of the brush. No need to get the whole entire brush full of paint here. And let's come back up to the canvas. See? And start wherever you want to start at. Notice that I have placed the canvas horizontal wise. In my other video I had it up and down vertical. This is horizontal. The reason being is that because in this particular painting I want to have a larger sky and a smaller landmass. Probably down here somewhere will be the landmass. All this will be sky. And that's one of the reasons why I have this going like this. The up and down. This way, I believe they call it the landscape. In this position, landscape. If it's vertical, it's called the portrait setting, or whatever, however you want to say it. And if you have it vertical, it does give you a little bit more room to put some distance into your painting. You can put distance in this one also. It's just that you have more room to work with if it's up and down, if you're putting distance into the painting. So already you got a decision to make which way you want to have your canvas, horizontal or vertical. Now, of course, it was perfectly square, 20 by 20 painting. You don't have to worry about that. I'm sure I didn't have to tell you guys that, really. Here we go. Just come up here anywhere you want to. And drop it in your little sky. I can tell already I'm going to need me some more paint. A whole lot more paint than this. There we go. I think I bumped the camera. There. And back. Here we go again. I'm going to dip it this time a little bit, just a touch, into my water. It does make it slide on easier if you do it like this. I painted, like I said, the canvas with a bluish gray color because sometimes when you're putting in your land, you don't cover the entire the canvas with paint, so some of that white will show through, and I didn't want that, not in this particular painting. If I was doing a winter scene, that'd have been fine. And just however you want to put it on, just make sure it's not even strokes that you're putting your sky on. Have a little action in your sky. That's the way I like mine. Anyway. I gotta put some more paint on my palette. I'll be right back with you. Hold on. Like I said before in my other videos, use as little paint as possible. You can always add more. My wife made me do this this canvas, the palette, because I was painting on little paper plates, and she said that looked horrible, so I had to change it up here. I'm almost done putting in the blue. All the way down. If you want to, you can come all the way down if you want to. I might just stop right there. Because I'm going to have a whole bunch of clouds in the sky here. And let's see, let's do that. First thing, I want to put this brush down to the side here, and I'm going to grab me another brush, and I'm going to go right into some white, because I really need to lighten this area up right down here at the bottom. Always, when putting distance in your sky, guys, have your top of the painting darker than what you have at the bottom. That will put your distance into your sky. Get the old brush into some water. Come right down here. Let's lighten this bottom of the sky up. Start from the bottom, work your way up. And notice how I'm doing almost crisscross strokes. I'm not just going like this. That would leave your sky flat. And you don't really want a flat sky. And keep going until you get it to where you want it. Step back and take a look, see. Maybe a little paint up here. Like that. Let's put that brush down. Come back, let's blend this all in like before it gets dry. I'm still working on the drying time. This part of the painting kind of giving me a little pain to blend. Now, if I was working with acrylics, it wouldn't be no problem. I mean, with oil paint, it wouldn't be no problem because oil paint stays wet, right? And give me just a little bit more blue here. like I said before, don't worry too much about your sky if you're going to have a bunch of trees and things, because it's going to cover it all up anyway. So I'm not going to bother with this anymore, but I will get in doing my clouds now. Stick right here. Oh, let's get this. Just try this brush out. It looks like I'm going to need some more white. Excuse me if I keep having to put paint on my palette, but you know, I'm telling you guys to do it. You know, I need to do it. And let's put a little some paint right here on the brush. I think this should be up here dry enough. Yeah, that's good. However you want your clouds to go, but again, you know, this is your painting, okay? If you don't want any clouds in your painting, don't put no clouds in it. I'm just showing you how to do it. Let's see here. Let's put a cloud right here. Another one right over here. Notice I'm turning that brush. That's what you need to do is when you're putting your clouds in, just don't, the main thing, you know, just don't put your brush here and just go around a circle. Circle, circle, circle. Because that's all you're going to have. It's just a circle. And then get this little brush here. Let's blend the bottom of that out. Probably be good to have another brush. Just dab it into just a little blue. You need this to blend. Well, you need some paint to blend it with, right? I'll just blend it with this brush. Really, yeah. And just blend the bottom of that cloud out. Leave the top alone. Up in here, leave it alone. That's good. Little blue here, and let's do this one. Yep. There you go. That's good enough for that. Back into your white. This particular painting, we're going to have, you know, sticking out the sky a little bit. Let's go, come right back up here. I want to put some more white on this cloud. Come right down here some. Yeah. There it is. Now you want to put a cloud in front of a cloud. Always finish the cloud first. Finish the cloud first, and then come back with another cloud right below it. And we'll put one right here. Just like that. Come and get a little blue on your other brush. little blue right down in here. Blend it out. And you know, there's nothing in the book say you can't wipe off. If you think you got too much paint on your brush, wipe it off. If you think you're probably right. Don't second guess you on this. Don't second guess yourself. Here's another one over here. I mean, just clouds after clouds, however you want to do it. And whatever brush you want to do, experiment with this part of your painting and see what's best for you. Because what's best for me might not be best for you, right? Blend that all around. I kind of like that way it's looking now, so I don't need to blend that. See, another thing, before you start painting on something, you know, make sure it does need more paint. Or make sure you need to paint, you know, because I was about to blend these clouds out, but I seen that I didn't really need to, so I didn't. Let's come back to this painting, this cloud here. Put another cloud. Now, one thing, sometimes you get a little happy at doing this part of your painting. Try not to get so happy with it, and because you eventually will cover all your blue here. Wow, you don't want to do all that. Leave some of your blue showing here. Come down here again, blend out this cloud. Now the entire bottom of the cloud, you know, just blend it to where you like it, and you know, then leave it alone. And you know, the entire cloud at the very bottom doesn't really need to be that blended, but it does really make a difference in your cloud. So whatever you like. Going back to my paint here, my cloud making brush. There's another one. One cloud at a time. It takes some time to do this, especially if there's a lot of clouds, of course. But believe me, it's worth it. It's worth at the end. It's really worth it. To take your time at doing this. Speed will come with practice. Remember that. You're just starting out painting. You're just not going to zoom through it. Let's come right over here. Let's leave these clouds alone up here. Let's start a new cloud formation here. Put one here. Put another one there. There. See, what I'm doing now, guys, is putting in some clouds that are way out there, way in the distance. ain't even gonna put too much here. Because I'm gonna have some trees here, so you know, I gotta be careful. I think that's all I'm gonna do for clouds. Come back here and just blend out the bottom of these right quick. Now you have to keep in mind, guys, is you know, I've been doing it for, what I say, 13, 14 years now. I might make it seem, you know, easy or simple or, well, you know, I've been doing it for those many years. So if you do anything that many years, it's going to look easy to the person that ain't done it. And that's all I'm going to do for clouds. Put my palette down. Probably go ahead and clean off some of these brushes, because I probably won't need them. I just got a roll of paper towel off to the side here. You guys can't see it. But I ain't doing that right now. I'm just cleaning off some of my brushes that my cloud brushes with the white paint, and that little brush with the blue on it. There. Now I want to come back in here with some land right in here, and hopefully, you know, because it's spring, and that's the type of painting I'm wanting to do now, is a spring type painting, and hopefully I can do that for you. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and start in with some color here. I'm just trying to decide which would be best. Let's just do it. Going into some black. This is the paint, the brush rather, that I have used to put in the sky, the blue sky. Have not cleaned it off. And let's just come right through here. How's that? I'm just loading up my brush. I'll just get around here while I'm putting in this land. I have learned a few things doing this video and, you know, watching myself, which is kind of ridiculous to me. I'm not someone that would, you know, stare at myself in the mirror or whatever. I'm definitely not one to, you know, look at myself on video. And to see myself doing this, I don't know, but what I have found out a little bit about myself is, one, I'm more of an idiot than I thought. Right? And two, I have no idea what my wife sees in me. I really don't. And another thing is that most definitely I can go and tear up all of my resumes that I have for jobs such as guest speaker, motivational speaker, or giving seminars, because speaking and talking is just not my thing. It sure ain't. Good grief. Right? You guys can hear it. I definitely was not born with what do they call it, the gift of gab. And that's just not me. But it is me, really. There we go. Now, I'd like to point out this part here is kind of important. And I'll get this little brush, a little pointer. As you can see, right up here, I got a little, just the end of a brush I want to point out. Here's some highlights here and some over here. Not really highlights. It's the gray that I did not want to, you know, the canvas was white, and I painted this canvas, as you recall, grayish color, and bright bluish grayish color, because I didn't want the white to show. Now, because I did that, I can live with some of this gray showing. You know, again, if this canvas was white, it'd be white showing, and that wouldn't look right. So that's a good thing for me. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Probably did a little more land mass than what I should have. I probably should have lowered a little bit, but I'll try to make this thing here work. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush because it's been a while since I have cleaned this brush off. And it does have some acrylic paint, I guess. Yeah. And it will get hard in the brush, and that's kind of a pain to get out of your brush. So just step it over here and drying it off on a paper towel. Be right back. Let's do a little. See, started getting dry. I mean, it's being kind of a pain trying to get this paint off out of the brush here. But I'll get it. There, that'll work. Might as well go ahead and do this brush too. Now I'll have all my brushes clean for the next. And, you know, this gives this time right here to dry also. All right. And I would like to add right quick, like that, you know, subscribe to my channel, view my channel. Of course, if you're watching this, well, you're viewing it. And if you would like to look at some of my paintings I've done, I'm on Instagram as Escape Art by Scott. So go when you get time, go check things out and tell me what you like. start putting the highlights of green on here, if it's wet, it'll come off on the brush, and you don't want that. All right, here we go. Take a little green. Again, this is how I'm doing it again, guys. Every time, same way to load your brush. Just pull out what you need. I'll dip it in just a little bit of water. Shake off the excess. And I'm going to give me a little dab of this yellow. Yeah, I'm just get this little palette knife, get some of this yellow, and just move it over there. Just to highlight this green I'm about to put in, because this is a springtime paint now, like I said. And you don't want it to be bright and, you know, and all. I actually put in some white also to really brighten it up. Let's see what we got. Start wherever you want to start at. I'll start right here and just tap. It is easy as that, guys, just tapping. This is the way how you can put your land in, the way the land, I don't know, flows, or the way the angles where the land goes, however you want to put it. Got a little hill here. Like I said before, again, I keep repeating myself, and you know, you're watching me over and over, you know, you hear it, but the reason why I'm repeating myself is that because this might be the first time someone's seen me in my video, so, and that's why I'm going over everything over and over again. It's kind of like going back to my baseball days, old Joe DiMaggio. A reporter had asked him, why does he play so hard? Even when he hits the ball to the first baseman or the pitcher, he's still busting it down to first base. And the reporter had asked him, why do you do that? And he said, I believe it was Joe DiMaggio. It might have been Mickey Mantle. I got to check into that. But it was said that it could be the first time a child or a teenager or someone seen him for the first time. And he did not want to give a bad impression. That's what made Joe DiMaggio. Yes, I am kind of a sports nut in a way. I do like my baseball and my football, of course. Baseball season starting to open up here in a few days. Can't wait for that. And of course, football. Not too much in basketball anymore. I just don't like the way they play in the game now. I don't know. It's too much. To me, it ain't basketball anymore. I don't know what it is. It's certainly not the way Magic played and Bird you know, and Kareem, Stockton, Malone, you know, all those guys. It certainly, the game has changed, and it's not changed into a game where I like. I will watch it every now and then, nowhere near what I used to. How's it looking so far? I hope it's all right on the camera. And just keep going. And again, don't be in a hurry. Do not worry about time. Time will come with practice. Speed. If you worry about doing a painting really quick, it's probably more times than not it's not going to turn out the way you like it. So practice. Get you those canvas boards. You can, even Walmart's carrying them now, and it's very nice to practice on. I don't have no problem doing that. And, you know, they say that it's not good enough, those boards are not good enough to paint on, you know. Well, actually, I had to somewhat differ from that because I did a painting on a canvas board, and I took it to one of these art festivals that I was in, and, you know, it sold. Getting all the way down here now at the bottom, finally. And I'm about to run out of a green. Thought I had enough green in my palette. I guess not. No problem. Load it up. You know, you put in all your black, as you can tell. I'm going to put the palette down for a little bit. As you can tell, I'm leaving some areas open to add some dark spots. As you can see, don't color it all up in green. Use some of that, the dark areas. This is going to get me some more paint here. Here we are, right back to it. Going back to the sports life. One thing about basketball is that kind of rubs me a little wrong. You know, you guys making millions of dollars, but they cannot hit a free throw. That is ridiculous. Several guys coming to mind. One of them is old Shaquille O'Neal, old Shaq. You know, I would have to put him as one of the most dominant players that I've seen. However, he was such a horrible free throw shooter that the other team just started to foul him, put him on the foul line, and he couldn't hit his free throws. So the team gave the other team a chance to catch up. So the coach had to take him out last few minutes of the game. And to me, I just can't. Really? You know, a little story right quick. When I was in school, I mean, I hit, played basketball, you know, and I hit 13 free throws in a row. Now, you say 13. That ain't too many, right? And I would have to agree with that. Well, I was blindfolded, and I made 13 in a row. I'm just going right straight into some yellow, and I like to highlight these right here, just a little bit. Highlight the areas that the grass, where you think the sun might be hitting. Since we're really close, here, down here at the bottom, that's what I'm doing. Just a little, not overdoing it here. Don't overdo this. Because this is the part when you put on your highlights, if you overdo it, the whole paint will be highlighted, and that won't look right. It certainly will not look right. I actually put a little white on there, and that really brighten it up. There goes sunshine right through here. And like I promised on my last video, I did make sure that the camera that I'm using was fully charged. So it was fully charged, and I see them down. The full charge is 3 batteries. Looks like it's on two bars now. It was on 3, so I should be still doing okay. It was about to go dead on me last time. I was going to do that this time. I do need to get on with this painting. I'll be right back this second. Ooh, it's getting a little hot in here. Alright, now let's go ahead and start putting in some trees. And I'm going to use that for later. Here we go. Now this is a pink color. I hope this is okay. This is the only pink color I had. I hope it's not too too pink. Again, this is a spring painting, springtime painting. So let's go ahead. I think it'd be better if we went ahead and let's go ahead and make the trees. Now, I know I said in the past about the trees, the way I do, I put in my leaves first, and then I go back and I put in the tree trunk and a few little sticks and twigs. But again, this is a springtime painting. So a lot of the twigs and stems and all this and tree trunk is going to show, because there's going to be hardly any leaves on this. So I'm going to dip my brush into just a little bit of water. Paint's starting to dry out a little bit on me. Come up here, yeah. Get some of that. Get some of this over here. Just going into my black and brown color. And let's see here. Maybe even a little white on one side. And we decide where you want your trees at. Let's see here. I want this one right here, be right here. Just touch and pull down. Can you see that all right, guys? There's one. Another one. How many ever you want to put in there? That's how many should be in there. And let's do one over here. Let's bring that one down just a little bit. All right. And let's go ahead and make some tree limbs and some sticks and things, twigs. Again, this will take some time. Make your tree however you want them to look. Again, trees are free. They grow every which way. And got a festival coming up next month. I've already got my booth. And I'm interested in a buck just like anyone else is, but I kind of like the oohs and ahs when people come by my booth and see my paintings. And how they just, they go on and talk about it, it's pretty nice. And it's real nice when somebody actually wants to pay me money for what I do, and I didn't think that would ever be possible, but every now and then it does. Sometimes, I do okay. When I say okay, I'll get enough money to buy a few tubes of paint or something. There's no life-changing event here, guys. Not for me anyway. When I go to these festivals, I'm out here in southeast Georgia. Way out here in the sticks. I'm talking about a popsicle stick, guys. Okay, so these people, they are all they're interested in is dirt and fertilizer. And they don't know anything too much about paintings. So every now and then I'll have someone come by and like it, and they'll go ahead and buy it, which is pretty nice. Now you will run into some, I had one instance I'll share with you, a little story. About to go here and pick up some paint here, start painting these leaves. And I was at my booth at a festival. Come right above your trees. And just painting your little pink leaves or however, flowers. And getting back to my story right quick. Sitting in my booth, and I seen this elderly couple coming at me, and evidently they were of retirement age, okay, and you could tell the way they were dressed. They were well off financially, no problems there, and they stopped several feet away from my booth, and they were talking. They seemed to be looking at a particular painting. And, you know, and they got closer and closer. So now they're right up at the painting looking at it, and then they see the price. Now, like I said, they were well off. You know, she looked like she just came from the beauty salon, hair all done. You know, gold on every finger, you know, necklaces, and he, you know, wearing his little slacks and his golf shirt, got the, you know, tan going on, you know, and they look at my painting, and then they seen the price, and they both rolled their eyes, you know, like it was just crazy amount of money. You know, I think I had, it was a big painting. And it was less than 100, I think maybe $80 on a 30 by 40 painting. I think it had $80 on it. And guys, that ain't much at all, in my opinion. I think it's very fair for that size of painting to have $80 on it. And the whole people just rolled their eyes. I wanted to get up and roll their heads on the ground, to tell you the truth. And you'll run into those. You certainly will. Don't roll your eyes at me. And just continue on with your little paintings right here. The little painting, it's coming along pretty good. We'll need to get some more paint on my brush here. And also, if you go to your craft shows, your festivals, and you're going to come into what I call comebackers, where they come up looking at a painting, oh, I'll come back, you know, and I'm still waiting on them. 5 years ago. And they'll say that. But let me give you some advice, though. You know, you're doing you know, could be a little business that you got going on, and this might be your life, doing these shows. And if someone wants to come by and say, I want this painting, I don't want to carry it around with me, put it to a side. Well, fine, go ahead and paint it then. And I put it to the side. You know, I've done that before, and they never came back to get it, and they never paid me for it. You know, I could have sold it. That kind of rubbed me wrong a little. Sure did. So I don't do that no more. And another thing, I don't accept checks. No. If they want to get offended by that, get offended. I ain't going to go through that list no more neither about bad checks. And that's done. Gotta get some more painting. Some more paint. Just a second. It's awful hot in here, guys. I gotta, whew. air out a little bit here. Yeah, I will be getting me an air conditioner. All I got in this little building I'm in is a little window. I got my door shut to my building because I don't want to be disturbed by anything. I want this to be right. I don't want no bee to come in here. I don't want no dog to come here bothering me. The neighbor coming up, hey, what you doing? Continuing on here. Seems to be working all right for me. So you understand why I put in the tree trunks first this time? Because there's not too many leaves, not too many dark color here. So a lot of this is going to show. I think that's all I'm going to do for that. Let's clean up this brush here. I don't know if you can see that now. See the way how it's curved. The brush right here and this tip here. And the brush, the whole entire brush is cut at an angle. And I kind of like that. Alright. Now, these type of trees here, I'm going to do a different type of trees. Let me get enough paint here. Should be all right. And yeah, I'm going to get that too. We'll need some of that. Yeah. All right. Now I want to show you my way of doing birch trees. We all know, I guess, birch trees, those white trees, and it has the black markings on them. So hopefully it will look like that when I get done, hopefully. It's got me some. Just a little. Wherever you want your birch trees to go, wherever you want them. And let's see, I'll come right here with one. All the way down. I would suggest put in all your trees, and then come back and do the second part, which I'm about to show you, because that'll give these trees time enough to dry. And let's see here. One right here. And one little bitty one right back here. How about it? Now, let's go ahead and knock off that brush, because I won't be needed in here. There it is. Now, they're still a little wet, so let's go ahead and let's put in some tree trunks and things. Not tree trunks, the tree limbs and sticks and all. You know what I mean. And I'll show you how you can do that by just using the palette knife. I got a palette knife here, and I put in sticks with the brush. I can show you how you can do it with a palette knife. Just get yourself some paint and some. I got some brown here. Can you see that? I come over here and get some another brown. I got some burnt umber and some burnt sienna. What the difference is, I don't know, but I got it. And come up here, and this is putting some sticks, twigs, excuse the arm. Sticks and twigs, they go every which way, right guys? I put a little white in that little mixture that I had. It was a little bit too dark, so I went ahead and changed it up. Now, how do your little sticks, your twigs, branches, whatnot. And just don't over mix your paint. You leave a little marble. I don't know if you can see that or not. I got several different colors going on. And if you just use just one solid color, well, that's all you're going to get, one solid color. If that's what you want, fine. A little history of myself a little bit. I am self-taught. Did not take any lessons in painting. Maybe some of you saying I should have. That's a fair assessment, I guess. But didn't really care for it too much. School, I never did paint in school or anything like that. And I never took art in college. One of the reasons why I didn't take art in college, because I never went to college. One day I just picked it up some years ago, picked up a brush, had I think most of us know the painter back in the day, Bob Ross. And I got one of his DVDs some years ago. Well, take that back, it wasn't no DVD because DVDs wasn't out in that day. It was a cassette tape. And I put it in one of those VCRs. Just ask your parents if you're a little younger. Ask your parents; they'll explain what a VCR is. And one day I was watching that, and I got to thinking, why can't I do that? I mean, I really, instead of watching and being in awe of what he was doing, he's doing a painting in 30 minutes. Instead of doing that, I was paying attention how he was doing it. And that's how I got going. I just picked up a brush one day and decided, oh, I'm going to try it. I want to come back here to my first two trees I done because these branches are very, a little bit dark. I want to lighten them up. Now, I don't have a clue what, I don't know trees at all. I guess what I'm trying to say. I don't know what kind of tree limbs are around these birch trees. I don't even know what kind of trees these are, the ones with the pink leaves on them. I just paint. And if it looks good, it's alright, right? Looks like I'm about to my battery looks like it's about to go dead out of me again. Goodness. Let me get going here with this painting. Let me get some more paint. At least I can get in the majority of it. Give you guys at least a good idea of what's going on here, right? Now I want to go into some white and some green. Let's see what we got here. And we all know that these trees have a lot of these little white leaves on them. And that's what I'm trying to put on here. White leaves with a touch of green. And I need, no, I just need some more white over here. I got some of these trees in my yard. And at one time it looked like snow on those trees. Now, again, you can paint this however you want to paint it. Just use this as a foundation, like I said. This type of painting here. But if you want green trees or you want fall type leaves in your tree, shoot, man, paint that. Come up here real quick before I run out of time here. I got to speed up a little bit, guys. I guess it's still recording. Hope you can see this okay. When you're putting your trees in, put them in front of the tree trunk as well. Just don't put them on the side. Right here. Oh yeah. Let's do this one up here. Just put a few in. Don't worry about your pink tree. All these doing is setting your trees back in the background. Just don't be careful. Don't cover it all up. And this one here. Just a few of these on him. Can't forget about him. And of course, we're always going to have all these leaves. They're all going to be falling down here. So have some leaves down here that has fallen. It does a couple of things here. It gives your painting a little interest, and it also covers up your the bottom of your tree trunk. It completes that trees, is how I put it. Remember what I told you before? When you're doing something, I don't care if it's a tree, finish your tree up. I mean, from the top of the tree all the way down to the bottom of the tree, to the tree roots. because the thing is not complete. Until it's complete, right? Now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to grab me a quick brush. Give me some paint. And of course, some of these is fallen tussle. So cover up these trees as well. Yeah, I don't know how much further I have on my camera. It's going red, the little battery symbol. So I really don't know how long I got. So I'm going to stop with this here. You can come back in at the very bottom here and do whatever you wish. You can put in some flowers. You can put some birds flying through here. However you want to do it. And, you know, again, it's your painting. And I'm going to call this one finished. I might come back later and do some touching up here and there. But I just want to show you a quick little painting that you can do. I don't know how long I have painting this one here. My first two paintings has been just over an hour. And I've been talking through it and painting. So you can imagine how quick I can paint this without talking, you know, through it all. And, you know, and things. And, oh, I did. Oh, my goodness, how can I forget that? You guys are supposed to tell me. Now, where is that at? Hold on, here it is. Hold on, guys. I forgot to do the tree bark. Get your little palette knife. Put a little dark color here, and just come up to your tree and tap. Don't fight that. Not too much. And then you come back with a fan brush, right? And come back to where you put the marks at and pull it. You don't have to pull every one of them. Pull left, right, however you want to do it. And that's the way I do my tree bark when doing birch trees. Everybody has their own way of doing it, right? And I have mine. You do it your way. There. How's that look now? Looking more like birch trees? I know I was missing something. But again, I can come back and touch that up. I just wanted to show you how I did it. Alright, so before this goes off on its own, wish you guys best of luck in painting. Again, come back and see me, subscribe to my channel, alright? And you know, if you don't want to paint, again, come back and see me, sit down, and enjoy about an hour's worth of painting. And again, you know, until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.